Eric Hammer here, registered psychotherapist. Today, I'd like to talk a little bit about the concept of the true self as described by one of the famous psychotherapists named Winnicott. But before I continue, please hit that subscribe button below so you'll be notified about any new videos here on my channel. So essentially, Donald Winnicott, he was a therapist who came up with this notion, right, of the true and false self. And essentially what this means is that as a result of having to adapt in different ways to the environment, an individual as an infant would have to develop certain traits that weren't really a part of his or her authentic self, right? And so this would be sort of different forms of adaptation based on what the parents, so to speak, of this individual could tolerate, right? So the idea with this and the concept around this is that infants and children are adaptable to their surroundings. So intuitively, right, they come up with a sense of what can be allowed and what's not allowed, right? And so as a result of that, right, there's this development of an individual that doesn't necessarily have all of their authentic traits. So for example, if anger, for example, is an emotion perhaps that a parent might struggle with, well then in terms of this theory about the false self and the true self, somebody might develop this sort of nice guy, people pleaser type personality, again as attributed to Winnicott, and it might look like this sort of false self approach to life. And as a result of this, right, somebody's anger as an infant, as a child, it can get kind of swept into the unconscious, right, where they're not even aware of this particular feeling because it was not acceptable within their family dynamic. And so that's sort of a broad approach around Winnicott's theory. And I think this theory around the true and the false self, I think it's so important, right, for individuals to be aware, right, of these different theories, of these different approaches, you know, when it comes to really recognizing one's authentic self, and in doing so, you know, how that it can impact their relationship with themselves and with other individuals, right? Whether somebody is aware of this sort of true self of, you know, feelings and emotions that perhaps in their childhood, right, they might not have been able to express or to really, you know, to be aware of. So again, I just wanted to bring this concept up, right, around, again, the true and the false self as described by Winnicott. Thanks again for watching, and please feel free to leave a comment below if you have any questions or concerns, and please make sure to check with a therapist to make sure that this or any information really is appropriate for you. Again, have a great day, and thanks again for watching my video. Take care.